everybody. How's it going? Give it up for Carlton and Buskey for letting us do this here. This is awesome. If this doesn't go the way that I want, I'll just jump in the dumpster from the stage. So that'll be fun. Did you guys pick that table on purpose? Yeah, just do it. We'll get it out of the way now. I'll just jump in and tell the jokes from there. Oh man, this is weird. It's a really weird time to be alive. A little bit about me, guys. I'm a stepdad, which is no, don't clap for that. That's weird. That's not anything to be proud of. But it's at the point now where my stepson just likes to randomly walk up to people and be like, "Hey, I have 2 dads." So I am at the point where I don't even bother to correct him because I'd rather people think that I'm gay than think that I'm a stepdad. Because at least this way people will think that he comes from a warm and loving family and not a broken home. See, the problem when you come from divorce is oftentimes it leaves a hole that needs to be filled. And oftentimes when you have 2 dads, they take turns filling that hole. On each other, not you, because that would be weird. That's a whole nother ball game. Literally. It's crazy how things have changed though, because right now, if I came out as gay, everyone would be like, "Yeah, that's wonderful." Saw it coming, but that's wonderful. If I came out as a stepdad, everyone would be like, "Wow, you're so brave." The other day, he came home from his real dad's house, and he was like, "Hey, Dad." "Sorry, Nicholas." And I was like, "Hey, buddy, that's okay. If you want to call me Dad, you can call me Dad. That's fine." Without missing a beat, he was like, "No, that's okay." So later that night, I was eating some ice cream, and he was like, "Hey, Dad, what you eating?" And I was like, "Oh, just having some ice cream." And he was like, "Hey, can I have some of that ice cream?" And I was like, "Sorry, I'm saving this for my real son." The other night, I was upstairs, and his mom texted me and was like, "Hey, I'm getting ready to put him to bed. You should come down and say goodnight." So I came down. As soon as he saw me, he was like, "Yeah!" And I was like, "All right, yeah!" And he came running at me and just shoulder checked me right in the mouth. Split my mouth open. And I was kind of mad about it. I was like, "Hey, dude, what was that for?" And he goes, "You earned it." And I was like, "Dude, really?" He goes, "Yeah." I was like, "What for?" He goes, "I don't know, but you had it coming." And I wasn't ready for that. I wasn't prepared for that because I thought I had a good 10 years before he tried to kick my ass for sleeping with his mom. I'm not used to that because normally the stepdads do all the beating around the house. Some of you might have stepdads, all right. It's been 3 months, okay? Give me a break, guys. Not every joke is gonna hit, and not every stepdad is gonna hit. All right. My dad passed away recently. It's okay though, because I decided I was gonna hire a medium to help me contact him. But I already have buyer's remorse because I realize how possessive he is. But it's okay because these girls that I work with keep talking to me about sugar daddies. So I think I'm just gonna get one of those instead. Because I don't know about you guys, I have a huge sweet tooth, and I could definitely use a strong male figure to teach me how to catch. I love that girl at the table with you just pointed at you and was like, "Haha, she's got a sugar daddy." Now everybody's like, "Holy shit, she has a sugar daddy." Is it this guy right here? I love how serious Richmond takes their cosplay. This dude came dressed up as Mark Twain to a comedy show. Fuck yeah, dude, that rules. Oh shit, I'm gonna get drunk after this and drive back to Norfolk. If I'm lucky, I'll crash into HRBT and you'll never see me again. That's weird, don't awe at that. Is that what you've been doing during quarantine? Just keeping up with the sugar daddy thing? Hey, I can't go anywhere, but I still really need to spend your money. That's what I do. Just saying. I didn't have a strong male figure as a child growing up, so I decided I was going to invent a Rent-A-Dad app for men like me who could meet up with strong, older male role models to teach them about being a man. Thought I invented Rent-A-Dad, just turns out I invented Grindr. It was going really well until I realized I was just dating an old dude. He took me to a baseball game, he taught me how to catch. We were at the game and I was like, wow, this is great, like who's the pitcher and who's the catcher? And he was like, well, we're gonna figure that out later. It's weird, like I didn't find a father, but I did find a bunch of dudes that were okay with me calling them daddy. One of the last times I saw my dad though, I did see his grinder, not for banging dudes, but for weed. And I was like, all right, Pops likes to party. And then I realized like I would have had the same reaction if I did see that he had a profile on Grindr. I would have just been like, all right, Pops likes to party. It's weird, man, it's weird. This whole COVID stuff is crazy. 90% of you are like, fuck masks, we're outside. None of this shit can get us outside. It's okay. Ever since I moved out of my parents' house, I've like almost exclusively lived in sketchy neighborhoods. Sugar daddy girl laughed at that. She was like, yeah, that's what you can afford. Not all of us are so privileged, man, okay? I don't have financial backing. Investors? Anybody? Mark Twain? No, it's like weird. Like I'm at the point now where like I rate my neighborhood, how safe it is, based on how many gas stations there are by my house where the person working is behind glass. Right now in my neighborhood, five gas stations within walking distance where the person is working behind glass. Which is dope, because like that tells me that I'm in a good neighborhood because they care about safety. It's weird, like when all this COVID stuff happened, like all the 7-Elevens were like, wait, we have to put up what between us and the customers? And all the people at the gas stations near me were like, yeah, we're way ahead of you. You mean to tell me this thing keeps me safe from COVID and bullets? Like, I'm never coming out. It's so funny though, because like before, you walk into a gas station with masks and gloves on, and they're like, yo, this man is crazy. He's gonna kill us all. Now you walk in without masks and gloves, and they're like, man, this guy is crazy, and he's gonna kill us all. Now I'm not allowed in my 7-Eleven. I went to McDonald's the other day because I was fresh out of self-respect. And in the middle of the drive-thru, I saw a sign on the box that said Braille and picture menus available. I'm not the smartest dude here because I just admitted to being in the McDonald's drive-thru on purpose. But I'm just saying, if you're in the drive-thru and you need a Braille menu, what the fuck are you doing in the drive-thru? And in the off chance that you're not the driver, how much of an asshole do you have to be that you can't read the menu to your blind friend? Dude, Jimmy's got it bad enough, alright? He has to jerk off to his imagination, and you can't read Big Mac and side of fries? Now you guys know what I get from McDonald's. Oh man, I really like movies. My favorite actor would have to be Sylvester Stallone. Yeah, I don't know if you know this, man. Before he made all those dope action films, he was an adult film star. That's where he got the nickname the Italian Stallion. But I like to believe in alternate universes. It's like I like to believe that there's a universe where he made the same movies that he made in ours, but as adult films. So like Judge Dredd would be Judge Head, The Expandables, the all-anal collection, and then Rambo would just be Rambo, because you can't fuck with a classic. But like my favorite would be Rocky, because Rocky would just be cocky. You know that speech that he gives in that movie? He'd give the same speech, it would just be a little different. It'd be like,
It ain't about how hard you fuck. It's about how hard you can get fucked and keep moving forward.
Hey, thank you guys so much. I've been problematic, and I'm gonna go get drunk. Give it up for Carlton, everybody. Yeah, and the sugar daddy girl. Give it up for her. Buy her stuff. She's used to it.